I think maybe for Jiren plus taxpayers, I think forget the support sniper. I don't think it did anything that game.
I don't know
Aside from that, I don't mind their draft.
I don't know what it is that maybe it's your energy, maybe it's just your pure absolute loathing for the sniper support, but every single time a sniper support comes out, it always looks like garbage when you are my co-caster. If I grab another if I grab another co-caster, it looks like the best pick in the game. So sometimes it's that absolute seething, the molding every time you see it picked up from the pain of having Andros in your stack, I imagine.
Sorry, I was grabbing some more pizza. Yeah. I mean, Andros will tilt any man.
Oh no, Twitch chat is actually onto me. There is no egg. I don't know what any of you guys are talking about. There is no egg. I'm here casting Dota. There's no egg. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, they're tripping. There's no egg. What are they talking about? Okay, so Earth Spirit, Invoker, Phoenix. So this time they're really going in on the Bricklayer Dre pool. They do elect to get rid of the Omni though as well, because Omni is terrifying. Meanwhile, why is this wet? Just getting rid of some of those real scary meta heroes. So Puck, Bristle, and Shadowfiend. Not sure that I would ban Puck in the first phase. Is there like a super duper Puck player on Jiren plus taxpayers?
I'm not sure. But maybe they're picking up something that just will really suffer into a puck, so they just want to immediately take it out. Yeah, I don't know these players' hero pools all that much.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see. And while we wait and see, oh, Clockwork, okay, good to see that one coming out again. While we do wait and see what we end up with in this game, I just want to give a big old shout out to all you freaking cuties out there in my chat. I've seen Shoyu coming in, #1 QT Pretzelent coming in. I can see Octagon has been hanging out, and Oct. We got 2 Octs in the chat. Kilahari coming in, telling me to embrace egg. I'm telling you, there's no egg. Egg isn't real. Stacy still hanging out watching Rusty, and Stacy, you said you're a Rusty fan. Well, I now know freaking why after that last game. So thank you for putting me across the Rust. Keen to see what he can pull out. So all you cuties that have been through are still here, hanging out with me and Ilstaya. I love you all very much. Thank you for coming down and having some fun, you absolute cuties. Exactly. Shout out to all the lurkers too, Bentley Big Balls. I love Bentley Big Balls. But anyone who's just lurking, I mean, I love all you guys as well. I know you're not, you don't have to be in here talking about egg or flaming the players for my love to extend towards you. Just being here is everything. So thank you, cuties. All right, Ilstaya, Lunaban, Shadow Demon pick, Clockwork pick.
Yeah, it should be pretty safe.
Hang on. Sorry. One more thing. Minichin, I did mention it like 4 or 5 minutes after I got on. He is absolutely such a QT. I was so happy with the Jandals raid, because Jandals is so good. So if he is upset, tell him to message me and I'll thank him in person. But I did thank him. It just took me a couple of minutes after I logged on. And also the game was super delayed. It was delayed by like 40 minutes. So, and good to see you, Minichin, by the way. When are you coming to be my co-caster again? Give Ilstaya a break. Okay.
Finishing sucks. What can you do? Yeah, Shadow Demon Clock, both pretty safe openers. I like them both. I think everyone has seen their strengths in games before. No, nothing too surprising. I like to see the Luna also banned out, as well as the SF. They're too frustrating to effectively shut down throughout the game. The question is, what are they going to pick for Zarnite mid? Is there going to be another axe? Because I mean, he didn't play it badly. I think it was just the overall case of his whole team was suffering.
Yeah, for sure. And also, to be honest, respect where respect's due, Dre really did a good job of shutting him down. I think it all comes down to, though, like, he was getting away with what he normally does on that mid-axe where he was diving behind the tower or whatever. But that gyro rotation, that was gyro going home to base and then just going, oh, I might just come in here and kill this axe real quick. I mean, that turned the gyros double kill and walk home into a triple kill and walk back to lane. So completely optimizing the gyros game while also shutting down the axe while also creating space for the invoker. So that one little play of the gyro bumping into the axe and Drake coming over to make sure the axe dies, I think the impact on the game that had cannot be understated. I think it was such a big moment for the game.
Yeah, no, I agree. Excuse me, it was nice to see. There was actually quite a few sort of nice rotations from cores that you wouldn't necessarily always see, but that did help out the team, both from Jiren taxpayers and also from Ice Sweat. So I would see more of that. And now the puck ban makes more sense. They're picking up a quad pretty early. She does suffer against puck. And just locking in the ogre again. I mean,
is that a wait? Is that a Drake quap?
I would assume so. I don't think it's going to be some support quap or offlane quap or.
Okay. And
I mean, she's really not that hard of a hero to play even if you're not used to her, auto play her too much.
Blink scream.
You know, her kit is pretty basic. There's
One
no
button
fit
screams.
mechanics you have to worry about. Yeah.
Another button screams a little bit different. One button gets you close enough to scream. My God. Is Quap my spirit animal? Press this button to scream. Press this button to ADD blink at people. Like a Labrador running at people. Say, you want to hear what happened to me today?
What?
That was just me, just being me. That was me doing an impression of me. Pretty good impression of me, if I say so myself. Okay, Dazzle coming out, and I happen to know that this will be a Dazzle mid. I do not think this will be a Dazzle support. I reckon this is a Zarnite Dazzle, because I had the pleasure of playing some pubs with him just the other day. Lovely to play with, by the way. Real PMA kind of guy to play with. And he did pick the Dazzle in both the pubs I played with him, I think. Made it look really, really good from mid. Controlled the game entirely, so I reckon that's probably what we're going to see here. Pretty good into the quap once it gets its hex. Can dot her just as she dots him. Difference is he has some sustains, so why not?
Yeah, I'm not a huge lover of Dazzle at the moment. Zarnite can make me eat his words if he pops off this game. But even if it was a support, I don't love it. Okay.
Spectre? Well, that's the kind of hero. Okay, can I talk to you about something real quick? You know how there's like certain heroes that like on paper are absolute counters, but in practice it never works out. Like what's an example here? Like, all right, I can't even think of one now. My point is, Shadow Demon in practice should be a counter to Spectre, because he has the break on his ult once he gets his ags. It's like, once he has the 2 charges of it, it becomes a complete pain in the backside for Spectre. He presses that button on her, she can't move around the fight because she's slowed, she's broken, she dies. Except that's never how the game goes. As someone who's played hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games of Shadow Demon, my favorite hero in the game, besides maybe Earth Spirit, she always just will kill you throughout the entire game before you have a chance to even get towards your ags and be a counter for her. So much so that I would go as far as saying that Spectre is a counter to Shadow Demon, not Shadow Demon a counter to Spectre. And Spectre has some heroes here to eat. She loves chewing on a Nature's Prophet, she loves chewing on a Dazzle, and she loves chewing on a Shadow Demon. And in this game, she might just get the opportunity to do that, even though the hero is absolutely washed trash. What do you think, Ilstaya?
Yeah, I mean, I think Spectre still suffers against a lot of the contemporary carries at the moment, but we've seen that, you know, some of them have been banned out, so she might actually get more of an opportunity. And she does have a lot of damage and control coming out from her team to sort of get through the early to mid game, and then sort of she can come online. Of course, you still want to come to fights or ganks whenever your ult is off cooldown if you can. You are right in the sense that, sure, Shadow Demon's kit is good against a Spectre, but then yeah, at the same time, if she gets vision on you, she will jump you, she will kill you.
5 seconds remain.
It's a little bit. There's a little bit more of a counterplay now that it isn't just like Haunt, and now it's I can't remember what the
Spectral Step or
name is
some.
now.
I don't know what it's freaking called. No
But
one
anyway,
cares.
like the
Give us
old-
back Horde.
Yeah, because the old Haunt, you could just pop it and immediately see where every single person was. You would jump on the back line and delete them.
Dire's turn.
Now you have to have vision. So the Shadow Demon can play around it, but
Radiant's turn to
yeah, if the Spectre is having a good game, you will just be food.
100%. Yep. Ooh, I really like the Enigma pick here. Only interrupt is Disruption and Spear currently, right? Maybe the Hex on Dazzle later?
Yeah, and I mean, currently they have nothing for BKB
10 seconds.
Black Hole. It's also the Aura Builder, which is something they were lacking, and Auras still are strong. Offers early push, which they don't really have on Dire.
Can he use his spawn creep on the Nature's Prophet Treants?
No, because that's not how Demonic
It
Conversion
works anymore. No, it sacks his
Just-
HP now, right? He just
Yeah.
sacrifices HP now. That's right. Sorry.
So
Old
yeah,
Bops.
no counter in that regard. But they do have ways of killing the Prophet Treant quite easy. Not in the lane, but just like throughout the game. They've got a lot of damage from Quap and even Ogre. The question is, what are Jiren and taxpayers going to pick to round out their draft? Is this a... I mean, as you said, it's a mid Dazzle, and then is this a pos 1 Prophet? So no, okay. So I would guess mid Prophet then instead?
I think support Prophet.
Oh, Zana has picked the Dazzle, so looks like you were right. And Jiren is in fact playing support this game, and so Hexy will be playing the Medusa.
Unless they've gone with their same positions, and this is a pos 1 Shadow Demon Ilstaya and a pos 4 Medusa. Sounds like the perfect game for me. Meanwhile, on the other side, we got Raccoon on Enigma, Trax on Spectre, and Dre on the Quap. Okay, Rusty on the Clockwork this time. If he can do as much work as he did with on that Weaver with this Clockwork. I mean, Weaver is, I would say, a harder hero to get right, so give him an easy hero like Clockwork, and he should be cooking. Keen to see how Rusty plays this game. Who are you giving it to?
Yeah. I'm torn. I think Dire's draft is easier to execute and has a pretty strong timing throughout the entire game. But there is the X factor of this Dazzle mid. If the Dazzle mid pops off, I think going into the mid game, Jiren taxpayers will be quite strong, but if it suffers and doesn't get an good early game, I think it's just going to be absolutely useless.
Look at this little cactus guy skin. God, I love this little cactus guy. It's so damn cute, dude. Look at this little cactus guy on the right. I love it. Oh, so good. So satisfying. Let's go. Doesn't have the Quap Arcana. Not...
Poor.
Yeah, poor. And we don't have time for pause, Ilstaya. Not here. Okay, let's get into this. Game 2 of this best of 2 in the round robin for D2LA Season 1. Oh, they're going for the Shadow Demon play, but this time it doesn't work out. Gypsy just feeding his life away to the Dire. They get immediately out of the fountain. They try and communicate the Shadow Demon play, but it does not work this time. So for you guys who do not know, what they tried to do there is put the Shallow Grave, and does he actually have Disseminate? Yes, he does. Lame. You throw Disseminate onto Malfurion, you port into their fountain with the Shallow Grave on, and you can mop 5 heroes, but this time they're straight out of the fountain, and it doesn't work. So now, they've all just misskilled.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking funny, honestly. Oh no, and now Hexy should be able to walk away.
Oh, I don't know. Medusa's pretty soft early on. Gypsy coming to put some aggression down, but Gypsy might just be feeding themselves away as well. Throws the blood grenade out onto all of these heroes. Hexy making it underneath the tower, but Hexy getting real low. Rusty actually being the first blood. And it looks like a tilt pause coming out.
That honestly is pretty funny considering that Hexy was fighting into 5 heroes. I mean, the Ogre took a learning curve, so he doesn't have a spell yet. But Enigma kind of doesn't have a spell for chasing someone down, level 1, so...
Yeah,
honestly, all things considered...
I don't know how Zarnite's lane's gonna go, taking Shallow Grave level 1 into a co-op.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah?
To be honest. It's not the end of the world. I think it's worse for the Shadow Demon and the Prophet. Like, Zarnite will hit level 2 pretty much like straight away. So it won't matter too much. And there's always the potential of, you know, now they know he's got Shadow Grave, so they might not bother trying to kill him.
Well, I actually didn't get a second to introduce these players, so before any more action happens, I might do that right now. So, for Jiren plus taxpayers, that's Team Radiant, we have Zarnite on the Dazzle Degree on the Mars, Gypsy on the Nature's Prophet, Jiren on the Shadow Demon, and Hexy on the Medusa. For Team Dire, that is, Why Is This Wet? We have Trax on the Spectre, Bricklayer Dre on the Queen of Pain, Darksayer on the Omega, Rusty on the Clockwork, and Raccoon, the Weapons Grade Lad, on Enigma.
So, the one thing I want to say about their failed attempts at the start of the game, there is, honestly, I appreciate that they tried it. These are best of 2s. We're not playing for $1 million, you know, prize pool. Oh, and in fact, Jiren, even though he's only level 1, with Disseminate, he just clicks down the
He
Ogre.
mopped the Ogre. Ogre sort of pulled out of position. Jiren had his wand, pops it, and puts him down. So, let's go, Jiren.
Greatest.
Ain't
That's
nothing.
tax fraud, but
Nothing makes me happier. Nothing makes me happier than watching a good Shadow Demon play his game. It's why I watch Explosive Fury, and seeing Jiren put the work in now, also phenomenal to see. Any Shadow Demon player that plays it well makes my little heart sing.
So the Medusa's gone for Venomous Volley. I've seen people kind of split whether they go Venomous Volley or to go Engorged. I think Venomous Volley is such a painful thing to have to play against. It can really screw you up. It's not crazy impactful in lane, but a 35% move slow, 80 attack slow, and 50% cast speed slow for 1.5 seconds, that's quite significant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meanwhile, mid, Zarnite, even though, you know, he had a useless spell level 1, he's 15-0 against the 12-3 of the Quap. And I don't think...
Raccoon killing Gypsy, Jiren in a whole bunch of trouble here. Actually popping the Promulgate Disseminate onto himself to give himself a little bit of HP, but it wears off and down he goes. They will get the kill onto Darksayer and Trax. Gonna get on out of there before Degree can put some more pain onto him.
Considering the kill went to the Ogre, that's pretty good for
Ooh,
Radiant.
Hexy has a one turn straight back onto Rusty. Rusty in a whole bunch of trouble. Out comes the Gorgon's Grasp straight onto Raccoon, and now they're playing forward onto Rusty. Rusty getting on out of there. Thought he was going to kill that Medusa, but Medusa standing and man-moding right back at those very, very spooky heroes.
Yeah, so... Nope, I've lost my train of thought, sorry.
It's Gorgon's Grasp. It'll do it to you every time. It'll tell you.
The Prophet doesn't offer a whole lot, like, in this lane. So as long as he's keeping Hexy protected, his job is kind of done. I will be curious to see if he bothers maxing out Sprout, or if he just goes in for Nature's Call. Sprout is a nice nuke, but I think overall the versatility of having the... Oh, he's actually gone for Soothing Saplings.
For what?
I hate
Soothing Saplings. Allies inside, nearby on the outside of Sprout are healed over time.
Alright, I'm a hater.
What's that doing to Medusa?
Nothing. That's why I hate it. And also because it's not very strong.
Maybe a misclick. Darksayer puts some aggression onto Jiren. Jiren at the top lane having it back on out. He is slowed by the Ignite, and Trax is going to run at him because he knows he's got the kill. One more click will be enough, and down he goes. Gypsy coming to put some pain onto Trax, and in comes Dre as well. Gypsy might just be feeding himself away. Degree doesn't have enough to get them off of that Furion, and Furion is dead. Don't think Degree is going to be alive much longer either. So that's a triple kill.
Is in danger.
Being fed right into the pocket of a Spectre. Dre taking one of the kills, but not how you want that lane to go. And bottom lane, they're actually playing forward onto Hexy. Hexy has a wand and manages to survive the barrage from those Eidolons. Holy, that was close. You.
Yes, very close. And now he is quite low on resources and has to be careful. Yeah, I hate the soothing saplings because it's just not good. The only reason I can think of him going it is their plan is just to delay and protect their towers whilst the Medusa gets big and then try and end. And so you kind of, you know, are a pseudo Treant protector, healing up your towers. But I still don't think it's great.
Yeah, I hate it. Gonna be honest. But hey, maybe again it's some new, fresh, hot cooking that I've never seen before. You just never know with these very highly skilled players. Disruption to save the Medusa. And it looks like they are going to put Jiren in the bottom lane to try and keep that Medusa alive a little bit longer. Eidolons will fade out. And I think this is probably how the lane should have been from the start. IMO? I know that Shadow Demon is a good plus 4.
I agree.
But I just think
I do agree. Just for the even just the laning, like not even they're going on to grid top.
Ooh, I mean, I don't think there's anything that soothing saplings can do to keep this Mars alive. Down he goes. A lot of damage there. Doesn't take much to burst a Mars when he's caught by 3 heroes, especially those.
Well, I
heroes.
believe he got the full sprout heal, so that is a whopping 60 HP.
60 HP.
It is insane.
That's like 2 Fairy Fires. Okay, Zarnite in a whole bunch of trouble. There's 4 heroes running at him. Drave looking forward with a shield rune. Trax caught on top of the high ground, and Zarnite in a whole bunch of trouble. Actually, he gets off a beautiful shallow grave, but it's not going to matter. He's going to be clipped down here eventually. Bricklayer Dre getting the kill. And Gypsy. Wait, Gypsy killing the clock on the back lines. Gypsy might be in a bit of trouble here. Yep, that's a dead Malfurion.
I wonder if he couldn't have just TP'd out. The Ogre did not have mana for stun.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
And he doesn't even have TP off cooldown to go and TP and steal the Wisdom Rune, which...
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
Okay. Well, the
they're going
question
for
onto
simple
Dark
Ogre.
Siona. Dark Siona will be in a whole bunch of trouble here if Zarnite can keep his aggression onto him. A few more right clicks, and that's not going to take long before he goes down. Man, this new Dazzle is absolutely spooky. Putting some damage and killing that very, very, very thick hero.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I also, like, I know that this is not why you're picking it, but, like, the heal also from the Dazzle doesn't actually help the Medusa. Neither does his innate, the Weave, like, also doesn't help Medusa.
Look to their top tower.
I mean, it helps the Medusa's damage output, but it doesn't, you know, make her any tankier, so...
Oh, Sprout. Ogre pinned for a second, but Trax thinking about playing forward. Gypsy gonna try and port away, which leaves Jiren behind, and Dre is coming on in to try and put the pain down onto him. Jiren trying to get out of there, but there's Trax pressing his buttons once again, and this is what I was talking about. If you're a Shadow Demon in a Spectre game, you're going to die. You're going to die again and again until you get a few items, so especially with the start that Trax has had here. Later on, maybe that Shadow Demon is going to put some pain onto Spectre, but not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I want to see Radiant's draft work, but I do feel like it's a little bit wonky. That being said, Jiren is the GOAT, so...
Tower is under attack.
I mean, Jiren is a GOAT. He is a maximum QT, so we'll see how it all shapes up. Zarnite, I mean, he's cooking here. Looks like he's saving now. What is he picking up? What's coming out to him? Zarnite's got a Ogre Axe coming out. And this game has been super active. Like, it's 9 minutes, and there have been 15 kills. I felt like I was already 15 minutes deep into this game, but we haven't even hit the 10th minute yet. which is crazy for how aggressive this game has been.
Yeah, there's been a lot of action, considering both drafts, honestly. I think they need a... Which is what they're doing right now. They need to kill this...
Ooh, they found Enigma. Enigma just gonna drop the black hole straight onto Zarnite, but a beautiful disruption interrupts it immediately. Here he is, Trax on the sidelines, killing that Shadow Demon once again. Like I said, you show that Spectre will come and she will eat you for breakfast. Gypsy left behind. They're trying to put some pain onto him. It's not gonna take long before Gypsy goes down as well. That's a dead Gypsy. That's a dead Jiren. But they do take out the Enigma.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what they need to do. They need to kill this Enigma and slow him down from getting any more auras. He's only got a drum right now, but if they just had auras on an Enigma and they like balled up at like 15 minutes as 4 with the Spectre able to haunt in or shadow step in, I think Radiant would be having some...
Uh-oh, Hexy. Dre has come to play and you need to run away. The scream puts him onto half HP, but that's basically 1% HP for any other hero. Out comes the Ignite. I reckon
Jiren?
that will be enough to tick her out. No, Jiren, you could have saved the Medusa, but you didn't, and now the Medusa goes down. Rusty in a whole bunch of trouble. He's dead now. Hold up. Mars arriving at this fight. Degree put the pain down. That Juicer getting on... Quap getting on out of there, but gets popped by the Shadow Poison, and they kill that Ogre as well. Lovely fight coming out there from Team Jiren plus Taxpayers, and a fight they very much needed to get back into this game. 1700 gold and 1600 XP, Ilstaya.
It is fantastic, but their Medusa died at the start of that fight. I'm assuming Jiren misclicked there and
To their top tower.
meant to disrupt his Medusa. I don't think he meant to disrupt himself. A nice ulti from Degree though. Without that Mars ulti, I don't know if they were getting those kills at the end. And they're smoking up now on Radiant to try and find Spectre.
Oh, Spec actually going top straight onto Gypsy. Gypsy trying to pull it on out, but cannot run away from the big black hole that is Enigma. He is inevitable and murks poor Gypsy.
And the Spectre's gone for a Diffusal, which you don't really see this build anymore, unless it's been rising in popularity again, but I feel like I haven't seen it in a long time. I love it if you're planning on being super active. It helps you contribute to ganks or even get your own solo kills.
They're killing Jiren, but Zarnite's putting pain onto this Ogre, and he actually steps next to the Illusions. He'll probably tick out there. Down he goes. So a cheeky little return kill coming out from Zarnite.
Yeah, Quad blinked over to try and deny him. Poison Touch being one of the few spells you can deny allies with.
Need to be quicker than that.
Yeah.
Want to be scooping those cheeky little denies. But Quap will be getting the double damage here.
Yeah, Quap's gonna be super happy with that. The Quap is, in comparison to the Dazzle, not the most farmed. This Dazzle's having a fantastic early game, which I talked about. It kind of hinges on this Dazzle becoming a threat and a force in this early game for Radiant to, I think, have a chance of succeeding.
Sorry to interrupt, but... Oh, hang on. I was going to make a meme, but actually find Hexy Bottom. Okay, I was going to talk about the power, the absolute power of Soothing Saplings, but they actually find a kill on Hexy Bottom. Rest in peace, Hexy.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, the Diffusal is doubly good this game versus Medusa. But I think it's just an underrated item in general for killing. Orchid's probably still better if you're worried about them stopping you with spells, but the Diffusal can be so frustrating to play into.
Okay, Degree. Managing to catch Rusty in his arena, and now Hexy's here to try and put the pain down. Rusty taking a huge amount of damage. Gorgon's Grasp coming out to secure the kill, and down goes the Clockwork.
Yeah, a good little kill. I mean, they were hoping to get the Quap, but if you don't land the spear, she probably isn't dying. They don't have a whole lot of catch for the Quap. It really is Gorgon's Grasp and Mars Spear, so
Say it properly,
pretty light on the disables.
No.
Ooh, Degree.
Oh, they found Degree. Slow, stun, and I think that's just going to be a dead Mars before his team can even get here. Down he goes. They ping out Zarnite. Looks like it was Spectre saying, hey, I can kill him. But they back on out.
Yeah, not much Zanite can do there to save his ally. They just have too much damage right now on Dire.
Well, that was the Quap double damage in action there too. It's
Yeah.
gone now. She grabs the arcane, but double damage is... Sorry, amplified damage.
Yes, thank you for... Oh, Spectre went top.
Spectre going on Gypsy. He drops the soothing saplings. And look at his survivability. No, he's going to go down to that very stacked Spectre. Black Hole catches Arnite and Jiren. Oh no, there's a screen to follow and both of them actually go down. Uh-oh, Team Taxpayers. Not ideal.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the blink reveal or if they had seen the Enigma's blink on a ward, but a nice kill for Dire. And the Spectre also obviously got the free kill top. And I mean, anytime she sees the Prophet TP into a lane, she can probably kill him unless he immediately uses a TP scroll. And even then, it probably is pretty close. And he's going for a burn into a vessel on Gypsy, and I kind of don't really see why.
Top tower has fallen.
The vessel's quite good into Quap. With our new heal. Hang on, Degree actually getting a beautiful spear off. He pins the Enigma on the outside so we can isolate the supports, and the supports do actually start to go down. Raccoon playing forward, gets the stun off onto Zarnite. Out comes the big old dot on the ground, and it's putting the pain onto Mars, and now Zarnite as well. He actually has to pop his save onto himself. He's in a whole bunch of trouble trying to get out of there, but cannot. Down he goes. Spectre and Quap mopping that poor little tiny Dazzle. Darkseid might pop here too. Ooh, not quite enough. And now Jiren's overextended. Bricklayer Dre playing forward. That Eidolon bullying him. But he does manage to slink on out of there.
Yeah, this Ogre also has a Midas, by the way.
Does he?
So he's just going to accelerate more and more in farm. He's going for a Solar. I feel like if you are going to get a Midas, I think you may as well just be like, hey, I'm just going to get essentially 4 items. Because multicast is part of what makes the hero. And you can leave it to the clock to get the kind of, support items. They're both going for Solar. I don't know if they need 2. So like, let the clock get it and you get like a...
Jiren now hunting the Spectre for once. They pick Degree in the top lane, but Gorgon's Grasp is going to keep that Spectre in position, and down she goes. Jiren finally getting some revenge on that Spectre who has been murking him all game. The tip comes out as well.
That's a very important kill for them to get. And you do have kind of that mind game option of showing maybe on a support and being like, look at me, I'm juicy, and then the Spectre goes on him, and then he's got his teammates there to back him up and they kill the Spectre. That is the problem of playing a Spectre aggressively going for solo pickoffs. If you're only going in when your team's already going on someone, you've already got numbers there, but if you go for the solo play, there is the chance they're waiting in the wings. And I mean, you're right that the vessel is nice against the Quap to stop her from healing up.
Oh, Spectre going on to Gypsy, but he hits himself once again with the soothing saplings. He's still alive. Hang on, it might be enough to have saved him. The black hole comes out onto Degree, but it does not matter because Zarnite is here and absolutely nukes the pants out of Raccoon. Raccoon already dead. Degree taking the full hit of that screen, but a nice save from Jiren keeps him alive, at least for now. Rusty taking some damage as he walks away from the tower. Degree jumping forward, rebuke, and down goes that clockwork. Trax having to get on out of there. Ooh, okay. Bit of fight in this Jiren plus Taxpayers team, huh?
A good turn for Radiant there. And what I was going to say before that happened is, so yeah, the Spirit Vessel is like, it's nice for a squad, but an Atos would be stronger, and you can build that into a Gleipnir and then become more of a threat as the Prophet. Because the Quap isn't going for any kind of Dispel anytime soon, so if you pop out with an Atos, that's going to set up your Mars Spear, set up Gorgon's Grasp, these 2 unreliable spells for locking down a Quap or something like that, suddenly have a setup. that can come in from anywhere.
Oh, I hear a Spectre, and once again, she's found that Shadow Demon. Again and again, she's going to eat that Shadow Demon for breakfast if it shows on a ward. They know there's absolutely know there's a ward there now. Rotation's bottom. They're trying to find Zarnite. Zarnite, remember, he's the position 2, not a support, in a whole bunch of trouble. There's 3 heroes here, and down he goes. Multicast, and again, says Ogre as he nukes that Dazzle out of existence.
Yeah, it is. That's also the problem of Dazzle. Not even like if you're just talking about a core position, but even when it's a support. If you get gone on, you know, maybe you can shallow grave yourself, but you're only delaying your death. They have enough stuns on die that you can't really just optimistically TP out. So, yeah, I mean, he's going for a BKB, which I agree he needs. But then it's like, I don't think he's going to actually have tons of impact until he's got an item after that. And with the way that Dire are playing, pressing their advantage, will keep in from degree though.
Okay, he actually gets the Mars ult off onto Raccoon and Trax, but he's going to go down really quickly here. Jiren trying to get the save off, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think he might be dead the minute he comes on out. There's the Spectre ult onto the backline, trying to put the pain onto Zarnite. Zarnite popping the save onto Jiren so we can keep Jiren there next to him, put the clicks out. We got Scream onto the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon going down. Zarnite now being run down by Trax. Trax putting the aggression out onto him. He's in a whole bunch of trouble, and down he goes. Triple kill for Bricklayer Dre. Hexy strolling menacingly at them, but very, very slowly. Gorgon's grasp to keep that Quap in position, but it's not going to take long before he does go down, caught inside the cogs. That is a 5-man wipe for Why Is This Wet?
Yeah, a nice series of events for them. And it is looking like it's going to be a tough road for Reading to get back into this. Back into this game, and in fact, Daro just pressuring high ground. They do force the fort, and
They're going to back up for now?
yeah. Jiren Pudge was your only chance. I would have liked to have seen it. Yeah, like Mars, he had a nice ulti, but then he missed his spear. But even if he hits it, they just don't have the damage on Radiant right now. They're waiting for this Medusa to become, you know, a factor in this game. And their other core Dazzle, as I said, he's got his Ags, which is a nice increase in his damage, but it's still not getting to the level where it's actually scary yet. And because he has to go for the BKB, it's still going to be a few more minutes before he has that. Meanwhile, Dire just take Roche.
Yeah, I mean, Hexy for a Medusa, and I know it's been a hard game, but Hexy is really underfarmed. Like, we're talking 4k behind a Spectre that didn't get a Radiance, so isn't the fastest farming spec. And this Medusa, one of the faster farming heroes in the game, I mean, like I said, 4k behind. I know it's been a hard game, but you'd expect her to be able to find something somewhere. Could just be Why Is This Wet doing a great job of shutting this Medusa down, though.
I think it's more just due to their draft. They're kind of similar to Game 1. They didn't have good lanes, and so now they're suffering for it. They're kind of having to farm the safe areas, but in doing so, if they're not leaving that for their Medusa, they're just starving her. I think Gypsy, like if he had the
Raccoon blinking forward onto Hexy. Hexy might be in a little bit of trouble, another little stun, and there is a shard on that Enigma now, so he will be dropping little tiny Eidolons every time she does get stunned. Pops the Manta to get out of there. Track's actually going onto the Mars on the other side of the map and killing it, but it looks like Hexy electing to play forward onto Dark Siona. He knows that the Spectre's ult is on cooldown, but a big old black hole! And holy, the scream to follow! 2 heroes dead already, Degree. Look at it in, trying to burst Dre, but Dre just clicks on out of there. Dark Siona caught in position inside those trees. A whole bunch of right clicks coming out, and that will be enough to deal with him. Raccoon might be in a little bit of trouble. They're trying to get on top of him. I hear a Spectre on the backline. Spectre murking down. Zarnite already dead. Rusty keeping Degree in position. Degree goes down. Gypsy to follow. Holy, that's a 5-man wipe. And that is another phenomenal set of events coming out for Team Why Is This Wet?
Yeah, again, they don't have the damage on Radiant right now, and this Quap just provides so much damage. I mean, so does the Ogre. Even Clock does a decent amount. And the Spectre, she's very farmed, and she's also got the you know, the DPS increased from getting bloodlusted. Radiant just don't have the damage right now.
Oh, hang on, Trax has called GG. There we go.
Yeah,
so it's a 1-1. Oh, so you use the R word and you're not an R. Admin says, Jiren, can I tip? No, I can't. Damn it.
Before that fight at the Tier 2 as well, Degree actually got killed. The clock found him, initiated on him, and then the Spectre shadow stepped on him. And it's just, that's such a nice, easy combo for them to do. Like, the clocker can just
Speaking
go hunting.
of, there
like,
it is.
Yeah.
There you go. Rest in peace, Gypsy.
It's just gonna keep on happening. Like, Gypsy has his 4-staff, but that's not gonna protect him. He's still gonna die. It's just delaying your death by like a second.
And again, I mean, I said it at the start of this game, Jiren doing what he can, but he's also just been an absolute victim to the Spectre. And on paper, I've heard people argue with me about this a million times, Zilstaya. On paper, yes, Shadow Demon counters Spectre, but that's just never how I see it play out in the pro scene. It's never how I see it play out in my pubs. It's always Spectre finding Shadow Demon and absolutely annihilating him. And this game, we've seen it once again, so... Maybe when he gets his Ags, but he's so far from it.
They don't really have the heroes to protect the Shadow Demon, so that if he was playing with someone, the Spectre couldn't go in. I mean, you know, they do have a Dazzle, but I think even through Grave, he's probably just dying.
Yep.
And yeah, I think in terms of overall hit and everything, the SD is great against the Spectre, but that's when you're looking at a draft holistically. If you're looking at just the 1v1, the Spectre is just always going to find him. And, you know, he's got Orc down the spec, so anytime Jiren is alone, he's not even going to be able to disrupt himself or the Spectre, you know. Maybe if Jiren is alone and then the Spectre goes on him, he disrupts the Spectre and TPs, he probably makes it out. But he doesn't have that luxury anymore. I mean, he does have Ghost Scepter, so he can TP, but...
Oh, speaking of the Spectre, she's now on top of this Medusa. Medusa popping her ult and trying to get on out of there. Ooh, beautiful stun coming out from Raccoon. He jumps in, hits her, and turns away, but she cannot be saved, even with that beautiful initiation from Degree. They're all caught inside that arena. If he's there just a second earlier, a big old scream coming out from Dre, but Jiren has the save. Degree lives to see another day, but that's another 40 seconds Medusa put on the bench.
Yeah, a nice save from Jiren, and it was another nice arena from the Mars. They just don't have the follow-up damage. I mean, they haven't lost a lane yet, so, you know, the Soothing Saplings can come into play. They can heal up the tier 3s, they can delay and delay and delay. But I'll be honest, I'm not feeling the impact.
Hang on, Spectre, bottom. Oh, Ghost Scepter now, but a hook shot from Rusty keeps him in position. Track's gonna absolutely murk him. Yep, looks like Degree just giving him a wave on the way out. See you, Jiren.
Yeah, I mean, what I was saying before, like the clock is just such a nice pairing with Spectre. And it means that, you know, those times where I said maybe Jiren can TP out, well, if the clock is anywhere near, that's not going to happen. And obviously hookshot quite a long range.
Raccoon, BKB, and he pops the black hole onto two heroes. Can the rest of the team get here? It looks like Rusty walking on in, force-staffs himself to the high ground, has the cogs. The cogs are keeping Hexy very, very low. A spear comes out to get the clockwork off of Degree, but Degree in a whole bunch of trouble. Now, Trax using his ult to get on in, and Gorgon's grasp to keep them both in position for now, but Hexy doesn't have enough in the tank to stay alive, and down she goes. So that is Degree, and Hexy, and Zarnite going down, and with the death of those three heroes, it looks like Team Why Is This Wet are thinking about pushing a high ground, Ilstaya.
Yeah, and they'll take it so fast. Boots are bearing off cooldown in 4 seconds. Bloodlust on teammates. Fire shield as well. And again, I'm struggling to see Radiant's way into this when they're this far behind on these heroes. Like, where's their burst damage? Where's their, you know, bunch of lockdown? Where's their push? I don't really have any of those, and
And what can
What are
they
they then
do
waiting?
against a weapons grade lad like Raccoon, just stalking him like that? I mean, I don't know if you saw how that played out, but man thought he was playing Metal Gear Solid, not Dota, just then. And absolutely stealthed him down. That was some sick moves coming out. Snake himself, Venom Snake, Raccoon, coming to play. Gypsy putting in 1v5ing. Holy! That is not the play that we're making, but they actually drop a whole lot onto Gypsy, and so now Degree able to jump on in. Raccoon getting quite low, has to pop his BKB. A scream out onto Degree, and means that he goes down. Looks like Zarnai keeping himself alive because of the disruption. He's trying to heal himself, but it's not going to matter because Dre just blinks forward, hits him with the scream, and down goes the Dazzle. Now Dazzle buying back. Tracks punching the racks. Ooh, they're a little bit low, but I don't think they're low enough. Actually thinking about playing forward. They do bully them off of their racks for now, but Raccoon looking forward, getting hit with the dot, and it might be enough to keep him from jumping further in. He's getting dotted. Ooh, can they deal with Raccoon with the dot? No, no, man is thick and is going to just leave by the looks of things. Ease, says Jiren. High ground defended.
And they have the soothing saplings to heal up the buildings.
Fit for a queen.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some very interesting things going on in this game.
Oh, Tracks.
And once again,
Finding Hexy. I don't think Hexy can get away from this one. Okay, well, while we have a moment in the game, I can see that we got as high as 56, and we're not there anymore, but we were as high as 56 viewers. Hey, all of you cuties coming along and supporting D2LA. I love you all very much. For all the follows that have come out tonight, thank you. We are getting closer and closer to 400. I appreciate all of you very much. Thank you for coming down, having some fun in this best of 2, and let's see if, just like you cuties, Jiren plus taxpayers can hang around a bit longer and maybe turn this game. I mean, I don't really know how they're going to turn this game around, Ilstaya, but I believe I'm seeing the code. One of these guys is going to go full Neo and carry this game home, and maybe it's Gypsy with plays like the ones he just made. Thank you, Bug Out, Maximum QT coming out with the follow. Appreciate you, boo. That's 397, maybe even 398. I don't know if it's updated or not yet, but thank you, Bug Out, Maximum QT. Thank you for the follow. Thank you to all of you QTs for the follows. All right. Roshan Ilstaya.
yeah, Dark Siona is sitting there waiting for his team to come. He's also got a Ethereal Blade, which is very nice. You so desperately need range, like a cast range on Ogre. Even with it, it's 5 lost range is still pathetic. Oh, yeah, pick up the banner. There we go.
There we go. Hold on, I heard Conan, which means there's another follow. Thank you, Cray McCrayface. What a Cray. Oh, it's like Bodie McBoatface. Remember Bodie McBoatface, Ilstaya? Thank you, Cray McCrayface, for coming up with the follow. That's 399, Ilstaya. At this stage, we're looking at 100 followers a month. One more puts us at 400 followers in 3 months, Ilstaya. I cannot freaking believe how far we've got in such a short period of time. Thank you, QTs, for turning up again and again, dropping all the follows, dropping all the subs. I adore you all. Maximum QTs. And again, thank you, Bug Out and Cray McCrayface. I love it.
This Corp has her Aghanims. She's gonna put so much damage out during a fight. And they don't have a pipe or anything of the sort on ready to alleviate any of that damage. I mean, it kind of is like a drop in the bucket to stop it, but you know, it's something. And the Dazzle actually didn't go for the BKB, he went for Aether, and now he's going for BKB, which I kind of understand. He wants to play max range, but I think it's still going to be really tough.
Jiren. Getting
Jiren
real
activating
close
his
there.
Sharon gun there to prevent the gank.
I don't know what that is. Is that like a Stendu?
Sure.
Okay.
This Spectre has a nullifier, by the way, and she hits so fast when she has Bloodlust and a Solar Crest on her.
Okay,
Even
fight.
though Clock has an Axe.
About to kick into action. They've dropped the banner and Trax just standing there, sieging the racks. Dre blinking onto the sideline, but not immediately connecting onto anything there. Silence onto the Medusa. Trax putting some more pain onto the racks. Hexy throwing out a snake in return. Dre keeps blinking into these trees and Degree is sick of it. Pops his BKB and pins that Medusa to the wall, but doesn't have the damage. And now, Trax jumping forward and backwards, trying to keep the rest of the team away from him. But Gorgon's grasp coming out of the racks, but it doesn't matter because Dre blinks forward. Black hole coming out from Raccoon, catching him as they're all trying to run to safety. They're bullying him. They're pushing him back into their fountain. Start out onto Gypsy. Gypsy getting very low. Trax actually playing forward. Can he kill him? No. The save from Zarnite keeps him alive, and they have to back on out. They've got the racks. They've got what they came for. They haven't lost a single hero, and they're just gonna walk away here on why is this wet?
Yeah, it really does feel like they're just playing with their food right now. Radiant have just such a deficit in terms of damage.
What's wrong with me? Why can't I feel?
Lockdown. A little bit of a misplay from Degree when he went in for.
Ooh, aggression onto Hexy. Hexy dropping the Gorgon's graph. There's a disruption on the backlines. They've already found Gypsy. Gypsy getting very low. Hexy trying to limp back to his fountain. Jiren hit with the Ghost Scepter and trying to get himself to the fountain as well. Trax putting the aggression on his spear. Actually puts that Spectre up into the fountain. Can they keep her in there? Hexy on the side lane getting bullied by the other 4 heroes. They kill it. They've killed the Spectre once. Can they kill it again? Hang on. Degree has a spear in 1 second. Can he throw it out? Ooh, the disruption keeps her in position a little bit longer. Gorgon's grasp getting the clockwork away, but it doesn't matter because the stun comes out from Raccoon and Degree can't get the spear off. That Spectre is home free. Raccoon backing on out of there, getting very low. Hexy trying to play forward. Doesn't have the damage really to finish these heroes off, so they just limp on out. Meanwhile, Trax taking the racks. Is Beck going to get Mega's hero style? Holy!
Yeah, I said it before, I'll say it again. It feels like they're just playing with their food.
Trax putting some aggression onto the racks. Down it goes. Once again, there's the clockwork. Jumping in onto that Medusa. Disruption to save her. Coming out from Jiren. There's 3 illusions there. And a whole bunch of damage actually going on to the Ogre. A big old scream gets Degree down to 1/5. Make that 0 HP. And again, says Ogre. Raccoon jumping on in and immediately bursting. Jiren getting saved by Zarnite for now. He's the tank. He's the one who's going to stay alive. Now that big old Mars is gone. Hexy is actually still alive. Gypsy porting into the backline, trying to put some pain onto Rusty. Rusty trying to get out of there. There it is. Soothing saplings. Turns the trees, but no. Rusty just murks him. Dark Siona and Rusty probably going to stroll away. They've lost their cause, but they did secure Megas. So, woo! Team Jiren plus taxpayers. Holden for now. And also, Ilstaya, I heard a follow. Jammin' Bean, thank you, Jammin' Bean, for coming out being the 400th follower in under, or just over 3 months. Maximum QT, 400, Ilstaya. Holy, thank you, you QTs. Wow,
Hell yeah.
Let's go, Bops chat. God, you're all incredible. 400 in 3 months. Man, that's wild, that's so wild. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Holy.
The 400th follower just messaged me and said that was me as 400. Unfollow right now.
Who was it?
My friend Yami.
Thank you, Yami. So it's not Jammin' Bean, it's Yami. Thank you, Yami. Absolute cute tea. Let's go. Scratch tier in some bits. New copy paster. Let's friggin' go. Oh, hang on, I'm missing kills.
So the question is going to be, is there a realistic way back into this game? If it was not 40k lead for Dire, I would say there is. If it was a bit more even if you discount the fact that Radiant have no racks left. I think if the gold was a bit more even, I would say it's pretty winnable. I think, you know, it's not impossible. No game is ever truly over, although actually the win probability is 100% for the yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a 43k lead. That's like...
I don't think I've ever seen it be 100% though.
Yeah, nah, me neither. But again, what can you expect when you've got a weapons grade lad like Raccoon on your team? It was 100% from minute 0. Man, tactical. We've seen him playing out of his mind this game. He's gone from Rambo to Solid Snake. 50 shades of aggression on this weapons grade Enigma. Holy.
This Ogre is third net worth, by the way, as a pos 5. It's the power of the Midas, the best item in the game. He also has an Axe and he's working on, and almost has, well, like doesn't work on a Hex.
Okay, some pain coming out onto Medusa. Medusa having it back on up degree, trying to jump forward and pop the spear out, but ults into spear instead of spearing it. Oh, hold on the back line, Raccoon, huge black hole, manages to catch Zarnite, Zarnite dead, Shadow Demon to follow it down, goes Hexy, holy, the weapons grade lad coming through with the woo, putting down 3 heroes with a big old black hole, and with those heroes killed, and no buybacks, Ilstaya, I'm a bit worried for Jiren plus taxpayers. Uh-oh, Jiren stack.
Oh, they killed the ogre though.
Gypsy pushed back into his fountain by Rusty. Rusty showing us that he isn't some no-name, he's actually a Gigagon. Raccoon is walking in, feeding himself away. Trax jumping in to finish it off. And that'll be the game. GG 2-0 for Why Is This Wet? Nice, Why Is This Wet? Raccoon stack looking pretty good, Ilstaya.
Yeah, they definitely had a very